Grandpa, where did I come from?
Well, that is a long story. You see, I found you.
Really? Where at?
Well, your mom and dad were getting eaten by demon bears, and I was in the market for a baby, so I kinda just picked you up.
What? You didn't save them?
No, they were screaming something awful. Pretty loud and scarring, honestly. The kind of thing that gets suppressed in your memories, unless, I don't know, someone brings it up again in great detail. The bears, they were really tearing into your parents. The way their teeth gnashed bone, it made sickening cracks. The memories still haunt me to this day. The anguish screams, it was pretty crazy.
Wise Man's Grandchild is one of the newest isekai shows to hit the shelves. It's the new hotness, the new kid on the block, the new grandchild on the block. Suffice to say, after the last new isekai that gave me similar vibes,
I'm tired of your crap!
I had low expectations. However, I can happily say that Wise Man's Grandchild is pretty okay. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye! Before we get into the synopsis and story of the show, let's talk about its OP. First of all, an OP just means opening. Yeah, it's not rocket science, but it gets the job done. OPs have a super important job in anime. A good OP provides 3 distinct services. 1. The intro song helps hype the watcher up. 2. It shows off what the top quality of animation is going to be for the show. And 3. It shows the viewer things from later on in the anime, but without context, in hopes of enticing the viewer to keep watching. Wise Man's Grandchild does a serviceable job in 2 out of 3 of these things. Personally, I found the song used in the OP to be too much like literally every other generic anime show or isekai. This is gonna be a consistent theme, so keep up! Wise Man's Grandchild, or Wise Man as I'm going to be calling it for the rest of the video, follows the story of Shin Wolford. Once a Japanese salaryman who met his tragic fate at the hands of a truck driver. Having done no wrong and been a good person, he is chosen to be reincarnated into the world of... I don't know what it's called. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere, and I seriously couldn't find the name of this new place. What the hell? Well, he finds himself in a carriage as a baby. It's raining, but everything is fine until his parents and attendants are attacked by a big demon bear that kills the adults and leaves Shin crying in the cold. He's quickly found by a mysterious figure that takes him in and decides to raise him. The person in question is a kindly old man named Merlin Wolford. Very subtle. Merlin, along with his friends Michael Collins and Melinda Bowen, that's Merlin's ex-wife, raise Shin as their own. He learns magic from Merlin, combat from Michael, and enchantment from Melinda. As Shin gets older, he regains his memories and ends up figuring out that he's not from this world. Merlin knew all along, as he'd seen Shin's monstrous power and uncanny ability to be utterly destructive. When he turns 15, he realizes he's socially inept and decides to go to school to fix it after a heartfelt invitation from the king of the land. It's called Earlshide, or whatever. Not important. He packs and gets ready to journey on his own for the first time. Welcome to Magic School, where everyone is elitist and oh my god, Shin, you're the strongest and greatest ever! So the next episodes are just Shin showing off by accident and gathering his cast of supporting characters, one of which is named Sitzillion. She's his forced love interest, but we'll get back to her later. Shin earns the favor of one Augustus von Earlshide, or Og for short, the son of the king, and becomes best friends with him instantly. Like, just immediately. Like, hi! Shin also makes enemies with a stupid, annoying noble who's creepy and impossible to feel bad for. Except when his dad hits him, that sucks. So that stupid guy is trying to force Sitzillion to marry him, and Shin says, nah, bruh. Idiot noble boy gets pissed off so much that he sells his soul. Oh, by the way, there will be main story spoilers from here on out. So, he sells his soul to the devil, who happens to be the new teacher on campus, and becomes an out-of-control demonoid. Demonoids are described as creatures who acquire too much power and given to their hatred, which causes them to go berserk. Like the bear that killed his mom and dad. Shin is good at fighting demonoids. He's done it since he was like 8, so he tells everyone to back off and then fights the annoying noble boy. They have an epic confrontation, but eventually, Shin wins by literally chopping his head off. Sorry, in case you didn't hear me.
Literally chopping his head off.
What the hell? There was no indication this show was going to be this intense so suddenly. The scariest part is his lack of remorse. So Shin is now dubbed Demonoid Slayer, and his grandpappies move back into town in hopes of dragging attention away from him. It makes it significantly worse since Merlin is an ancient wizard hero and his ex-wife is the greatest enchantress in the land. Whoops, we forgot. So that's basically it. Shin and his cast are just trying to beat the demonoid army being raised by Snape. There's the story. Now, let's talk about what they did right. The animation isn't crazy amazing, but it's serviceable for the type of show it is. I like how quickly everyone was to accept that Shin was OP. Otherwise, the whole show would have been, oh my god, he's the strongest caster in the universe! And that would have gotten old very quick. Surprisingly enough, I'm happy with the way the romance has been progressing. They tried to do the awkward, we like each other, but it's too embarrassing BS. But eventually, he just straight up asks her out, and they're engaged now. Boom, bam, thank you, Sam. Short and sweet, just like I like it. Not you, Sam. The action sequences are entertaining, and I like how Shin uses his knowledge of our world to envision and invent new magic. He's basically able to take chemistry, physics, stuff that he learned in the real world, and produce brand new magic spells. He straight up just makes an atom bomb at one point. Nice. I thought that was an interesting use of isekai experience. Now, as much as I'd love to continue singing this show's praises, unfortunately, that's gotta stop. Here's what makes me sad. It's so generic. Like disgustingly generic. You could probably take 2 people that have never seen the show, give them the synopsis from episode 1, and ask them both to write the most predictable series they can based on that episode. And they'd write the same show. Every overused trope. Oh, he's an accidental pervert. Oh, he's the strongest in the universe. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We've heard it before! There are predictable villains and heroes, and obvious twists. Certainly not one for you Shyamalan lovers. The characters are kinda bland. It's nice when characters have dynamic personalities besides the words they say. Everyone does the exact same thing in basically the same way. If it weren't for the difference in voices, I literally wouldn't be able to tell what was going on. Those that do have some sort of defining trait are either exaggerated tropes, or I hate them and they're annoying. Some may argue that hating the villain is a good thing, but you gotta realize, I don't hate the villain, I hate the character. Yoshikage Kira. He is a fantastic example. Yoshikage Kira is a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. Ooh, that's a mouthful. I love Yoshikage Kira so much. He is such a fantastic character, but I despise him as a villain. I hate him, he's gross, he's an awful person, but he's just written so well. Oh, sorry, I can gush about JoJo's all day. But that's how you write good villains, not this. The best parts of the show are the action sequences, hands down. But there's so few. Like, come on, I thought he was a hero or something. Oh, wait, I forgot he said he was a hero. Remember, tell, don't show. I know I said I liked the way the romance was going, but what I meant was, I'm glad they're not making it awkward for the entire season and just getting it done now. I could try nitpicking further, but it's basically the same grievances throughout. All in all, I surprisingly still find myself watching this series. Once I stopped trying to see something in it truly unique from other isekais, I was able to enjoy the show for what it is. It's not groundbreaking, it's not the newest hit craze, but it is comfortable. You know what you're getting when you watch this show. Except for the violent beheading, like I said, that part really actually caught me off guard, like for reals. So, should you watch it? If you're a fan of the genre and don't mind seeing it all over again, for sure. It does have its own charm, but not so much it stands out. It's what I'd call a transitional anime. Right after ending a big series and right before starting another. Something to entertain in the interim. And for that, I'm thankful. At the very least, It's entertaining if you can watch it like a first-time viewer. But I don't know. Go check it out or whatever. I don't care.
I really hope you enjoyed the show. Come on, click that sub below. And if you think I'm good on the mic, why not consider leaving a like? Ha-cha-cha.